special video. First of all, because this is me getting out of my comfort zone, and I'm going to be talking about something I have never done before. And secondly, because there is a huge giveaway at the end of this video. So make sure you watch all the way to the end of the video so that you can be entered into the giveaway. So today's video is sponsored by Luma, which is an incredible online learning website. It's an incredible Christian company, and they are giving this amazing giveaway at the end of the video. So make sure you stay tuned. So you want to know what got me out of my comfort zone? I'm sure you guys are all curious. My husband and I are very old-fashioned. In this incredibly tech-savvy world that we live in, we're like way at the bottom with like all the old people. I'm not really that old. I guess, act like it when it comes to tech stuff. I never ever pictured myself doing any sort of online learning for my kids. We've always done books and by curriculum that I teach my kids. And I have lots of friends that either do online classes or they do DVD classes, lessons, things like that. And it was just not me. It was kind of scary, and I don't know. I didn't know if that was going to be a good fit for us. This month, we gave it a try. My girls both tried a class from Luma, and my oldest daughter, who's in 6th grade, she did the Hobbit movie and book club, which was pretty awesome. It's a 6-week class that is actually live every single week. She has to log on at 11 o'clock, and it's almost like Zoom, where you use your camera on your computer or however, and you can see the other people in your class and they can see you, and they actually discuss the book in the class. And it was really cool. That is not something she's ever done besides the little bit of Zoom that we've had in this ridiculous year of 2020 that we're living in right now, which we had to do for a while with church and stuff. And it was a nice thing to have, but was it my favorite? No, I did not like Zoom. This was different. This was really cool because she was meeting with these other kids in her class and her teacher, and they would read their book. So they're doing The Hobbit. They would read their book and they would get together and they would discuss all these questions that the teacher had for them. And it was really good. She loved it. A couple things that I really loved about it. First of all, I love that being a Christian company, they started each of their classes opening in prayer. And I don't know why I was surprised of that, knowing that it was a Christian company, but I was pleasantly surprised when they all logged in and the teacher said hi, and they all, kind of introduced each other, and she said, let's open in prayer. And I thought that was cool. Every single week they did that. So that was really neat. It was neat to know that you can look on the website and see it has their values and beliefs, and who's going to be teaching your kid what they believe, and that if you're a Christian, their beliefs line up with yours, which is really important, especially if you're taking, if your child is taking science or really anything. I mean, they have Bible classes, they have everything. I'm going to show you that in just a minute. So another thing that she really loved about the class and that I really appreciated, with this being a discussion class where the teacher asks questions and the kids are actually supposed to participate. First of all, when I signed her up, it says 6th grade through 8th grade and high school. So I thought, well, that's a good range. Even though some of the kids might be older, it still should work. Well, when we signed on the first day and saw that she's in 6th grade, and it was a nice small class, and there was 2 other kids, my daughter and the teacher. Well, the 2 other kids, one was in 10th grade and one was in 9th grade. So that was a little bit like, uh-oh, what did I do? Is she gonna be like way in over her head and, not be able to follow along with the discussion? But it wasn't that way at all. It was wonderful. She was able to answer the questions because she read the same book as them. So whether she was in 6th grade and they were in 10th grade, and the teacher, who's an adult, they all gave their opinions and they all had different perspectives on the book. And it was really good discussions. And I just thought it was such a cool opportunity for her, being a little bit more shy, a little bit more reserved, like her mom. I don't mind talking to a camera, but like if I'm in a group and have to discuss stuff, I typically am not going to answer a question unless I'm called on. And she's the same way. And that was something I really appreciated about the way the discussion class worked, was the teacher would ask a question and then she would say, hey, Sienna, what did you think about this? And she would give her answer, and then she would call on the next child and then the next one. And so they all had a chance to answer every single question. And I thought that was really great. I really appreciated that. If you're someone that would always raise their hand and has no problem answering a question, then that may not matter to you. But if you are a little bit reserved, this would be something that I think you'd really appreciate, because I really appreciated it too. So the other cool part about this being a movie and book club was they read the book. So the teacher would assign a couple chapters to read one week, and then they'd come back and discuss it. And then the next week they would maybe be assigned a couple chapters and watch one of the movies. Because I've never seen The Hobbit, I've never read the book, so this was new to us. I think there's 4 movies maybe. So they would have them read a couple chapters and then watch the first movie. And then they got together and also would not only discuss the book, but they would discuss comparing the book with the movie, which was really cool. Being able to see, like, when we first started watching it, I watched it with my daughter when it was assigned the 1 week, and she was like, this part wasn't in the book, the whole first part of the movie. And then later there was some other stuff, and she was like, man, this was described totally different in the book, or I didn't picture this. And it was really neat to be able to have her be in a class where she could discuss being able to compare a movie with a book, because that's something that, we all know. If you've read a book and you've also seen the movie, they're rarely identical. And I thought that was really cool, especially for a 6th grader to be exposed to that kind of, challenging discussion, but being able to really critique stuff. And I was really blown away by just the teacher and her professionalism, but also kind of being on the kids' level. And I just thought it was great. My daughter loved it, and I think she would definitely want to do another one of these book club classes. And that's something that at home, we read books together all the time, but me and my child discussing it would be really a totally different level than her discussing with somebody else, another teacher, as well as other students that aren't in her family. It's just something you can't really get at home. And I really thought that was cool. That was a really neat opportunity. I'm glad she chose this class to do. So my 4th grader also got to pick a class, and I let her pick, what she wanted. And there are so many different classes to choose from. And I'm gonna give you a little peek at the website in a couple minutes so you guys can see what all is offered. She chose the 4th to 6th grade music class. It's just a basic introduction to music where they talked about like beats and what the different notes represent. And they talked about composers and just kind of basics of getting to know even some of the instruments and things like that. It was really neat. This one was different because it's self-paced. So the other class that my other daughter did was live. So we had to be there every single Tuesday at 11. This one, it's a 16-week class. You have 18 weeks to do your class. Like, you have access to the class for 18 weeks, which is cool. My daughter really appreciated being able to do this. Sometimes we do it in the morning, sometimes we do it in the evening. You can just log on whenever and do it. And so this was neat. The teacher was really great and really involved the kids. She started off by introducing herself and really helping the kids get to know her, which I appreciated and I thought was neat. Talking about her music background and where she lives and family life and all this, and showed pictures. So she did a lot of like PowerPoint stuff. She always had the kids interacting. So if she was teaching beats, like, she would have the kids clap while they were counting out the beats and the rest and things like that. And my daughter at first was, looking at me like, do I have to do this? And just being shy, and no one can see her because it's not live. But I was like, go ahead and do it. And I, helped clap with her for a couple minutes. And then she got into it and she was just, acting like she was in the class. And it was really cool. The teacher talked to her as if she could see her. You could almost feel like you could see her, even though it was pre-recorded. So they sang a song together. They listened to a composer. They do a composer every single week, and they listened to that. And then she had them do all these hands-on activities where the one time they were listening to Vivaldi and they had to draw, while they were listening to one of his pieces, they had to draw like a seasonal picture, like the spring, for something that kind of they felt like went along with the music. And then they did one for summer, and it was just neat. Instead of just sitting there where she would have just been, staring at the computer screen like this, she actually was involved. And I think she remembered things a lot better than she would have if she was just sitting there just watching the computer. So that was really fun, and I think she really enjoyed it and she learned a lot from it. So it was neat seeing the 2 different types of classes, whether you want to do live or whether you want to do self-paced. You can do whatever works for your family, which I think is really cool. So I'm gonna give you a peek inside the website real quick, just so you can see how it's set up. But it is unbelievable how many different classes they have. So I'm only going to show you a few because otherwise this video would be really long. But get on the website and scroll through and you'll be shocked how many different classes that they offer in different subjects and stuff. So let's see what that looks like. Here we are on the Luma Learn website. They talk about their faith and conduct, which I think is really cool. If you scroll down, they do have this new students receive 10% off, which is pretty cool. At the bottom, they've got all their different subjects. There's Bible and religious studies, economics and finance, history and geography, mathematics, technology, character development, English, languages, music, the arts, critical thinking, government and political science, life skills, and science. I was blown away by how many different subjects that they offer here on this website. It's amazing. We're going to pull up the class options here. If you click on the classes tab, I'm not going to go through everything on this website because you guys can go ahead and look through that yourself, but you can sort through whatever it is that you're looking for. So let's say we want to take a language class. I'm going to click through languages. You may say, I want to do a language class in the next 3 months. So I'm going to click on that and see what's available. And let's say my child is grade 6 through 8. So I'm going to click that. It just narrows it down for you so that you don't have to search through everything that is an option because they have so much to offer. You can choose if you want it to be a live, self-paced, or hybrid. So let's say I'm going to do the self-paced. And then if you want to pick a price range, you can do that too. I'm just going to go ahead and search this and see what we get. So there's 3 classes here. There's one which is kind of cool. This is how to speak Latin, and it's just a mini lesson. 2 lessons for 10 minutes each, and it's free, which is pretty awesome. So that's just if you want to get a taste for how these classes work, this would be really cool to have a free one. There's American Sign Language for beginners, so they have 8 lessons for 20 minutes, and it's self-paced. So that's $110. There's a Beginner Latin Part 1 that's 12 lessons of 20 minutes each. That's also self-paced. It's $90. So that's just with that specific, what am I looking for grade 6 through 8 for languages. Now I can go back and we're going to try a different one. So let's do the arts, and I'm going to see what they have for high school for the arts. And we're just going to search and leave it with that. So here for the arts, we've got 32 results here. So they have everything from specific instruments, the ukulele, the keyboard. Let's see what other music instruments. There's the harp. There's ear training here for your voice. There's hip hop, beginners dance. So that's all just music stuff. If I go back up to the top, here's a debate class. There's Disney STEAM. I'm not even really sure what that is. So they have a lot of these Disney STEAM classes. So I don't know what that means. So let's click on here, and then we can read down here the description. So it has up here all the information about how much it costs, how many lessons, how many weeks, what grades it is, and the teacher. Then down here it talks about what is STEAM. STEAM is an acronym that stands for science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics. What does Disney World have to do with STEAM? The Imagineers at Disney are masters of creating magical experiences by mixing the elements of STEAM in rides, shows, architecture, and games. This is pretty cool. They actually have a lot of these STEAM classes, and I have never heard of that before. Play the recorder, stuff that you maybe don't want to teach your kids, but you want them to learn. Dr. Dan's Biology Semester 1. Like, that sounds like something really cool when you get to teaching high school and you maybe don't want to teach biology, or you just need extra help in it. This one even has where you can click here to watch Dr. Dan's Welcome to Biology. So if you want to see, here's an excerpt from the class, from the lab. This has a lot of detail about why to take his class and lecture and lab. This seems like a really, really good class for high school. This is grades high school and adult too. Here's the Hobbit movie and book club that my daughter did. So if you click on this, it's normally $50. Right now it's marked down to $40. This was a really fun class for my daughter to do, but it gives you, again, the description. It's so easy to scroll through this website and just see all the amazing stuff that they have to offer. It's very cool. There were so many things to choose from. It was actually really hard for us to pick when I asked my girls what they wanted to do.
There's advanced biology, there's general science, physical science, advanced biology, semester 2. There's all kinds of stuff in here. Shoebox science catapults. There's theology for children. I mean, there is just broad variety of things that you can choose. Novel writing and publishing, private math tutoring, 10-hour bundle. That sounds amazing. I feel like sometimes that's what I need to just do. I do not like teaching math. Sight word practice. Here's Forgiveness, a Jane Eyre book club, and that is probably similar to the book club that my daughter did. Here's Write and Self-Publish a Picture Book, which is pretty cool. So it's 4 lessons for 45 minutes, and that's only $50. Decorating 101. I mean, there's cursive. It's just, there's so much. You could spend hours looking at this stuff. So definitely log on here onto Luma Learn and check out what they have to offer, and I think you will be pleasantly surprised. They do have watching sample classes on here, which was neat. I did that before we signed up, just to see what exactly, since we'd never done anything online before, to see how these actually work, and that was really nice to get kind of a little feel for it. I was so pleasantly surprised, and my girls absolutely loved the classes they took.
Wasn't that amazing? Lots of stuff to offer, so much to choose from. I definitely think we'll be going back and trying more classes, because I think the coolest part is, as a mom, I'm finally seeing the value of online classes, because otherwise I have to teach everything to all 4 of my kids, and that can be kind of draining and overwhelming, especially if it's something like music that I'm not musically talented. That just is not a gift that God decided to give me. And so me teaching music is almost the same as me trying to teach math, which is not fun either. So it's nice to be able to get another teacher to teach these things, to teach something like that to my kid, or just to give them a different teacher every once in a while. But I think when you get into high school, this is really cool. Like, this is definitely something that when we're ready to add on a language, I think this is what we're gonna do, because I don't speak Spanish or French or German or whatever it is that my kids are gonna decide to learn. I might as well have somebody else teach them, because it takes something off of my plate, it changes things up a little bit, and I just think it's very great addition to the homeschool. We have a giveaway. I told you guys, if you stayed with me, you would get to be a part of the giveaway. So here we go. This is super easy. Luma Learn is giving an amazing $300 credit towards any class that you want to try out on their website, which is huge. $300, that's a lot. So you can pick whatever class you want if your name gets drawn. So here's how you enter the giveaway. First of all, make sure you're subscribed to my channel. So if you already are, then super. If you are not, go ahead and click that subscribe button, and then go on down to the description box below my video, and there will be a link to Luma Learn. All you have to do is click on that link, and it'll take you over to their website, where you're just gonna enter in your name and your email address. That's all they need from you, so they can notify you if you are chosen as the winner. So subscribe to my channel. Make sure you click on their link and head over and put your name and your email address on that page that it takes you to, and they will be picking a winner at the end of the week, and they will notify the winner, and also I will announce the winner on my Instagram. You don't have to follow my Instagram in order to be part of this giveaway, but if you want to hear who the winner is, head over to my Instagram, which is also linked in the description box, and make sure you follow me on there so that you can find out if you win. So I'm super excited. $300 of a credit to pick whatever class you want to pick is pretty great. And like I said, we loved it. It was really fun. So even if you're old-fashioned like me and you're like, I would never do an online class, try it. I think it's great. So I'm so excited for you guys to be able to win this giveaway. Thank you, Luma Learn, for partnering with me today for this giveaway. And as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.